Chairs No Waiting, episode number 812, Mayberry Days Trivia 2024 qualifying round. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you each week by the folks over at weaversdepartmentstore.com. Drop by over at Weavers. They got new stuff coming in over there. They got some keychains that you want to check out, Mayberry keychains that you might want to look at. They've got new Mayberry kitchenware. That's right, they got a whisk and a ice cream scoop. Go and check those out. They got Mayberry sayings on them. They also have the new 2025 Mayberry wall calendar, brand new, exclusive only to Weavers. And they have a Make Yourself a Merry Little Christmas Mayberry, North Carolina sign. Folks, head over to weaversdepartmentstore.com and check it out. Two Chairs No Waiting is also brought to you by donations from listeners like you. The executive producer of episode number 812 is Sarah Blaine. Miss Mayberry, thank you very much, Sarah, for your support of the podcast, and thank you guys for being here with me. It's always fun, as I say every week, to talk about the Andy Griffith Show. Well, this week, you guys are going to have to gird your loins. You're going to have to gird your loins because we're going to be going over the 2024 Mayberry Days Trivia qualifying round questions and their answers. And you're going to have to try to answer them. There's 16 questions. I can't remember. Maybe someone in our chat room can remind me, but I can't remember how many questions the qualifiers got, how many you had to get to qualify. Last year it was 8 questions. If you got those right, you got into the final round. So this year, I think it was more than that. It was 10 and 9. Okay. They're telling me in the chat room. I know Cody got in. South Carolina Cody in our chat room. He was in the trivia on the stage. So if you don't know, the Mayberry Days Trivia is held every year at Mayberry Days. This is our 35th annual Mayberry Days, by the way. And we had the qualifying round occurs before the finals. So in the qualifying round, we have questions that people in the audience can all try to answer. Now, everybody has to buy a fan. It's usually a fan. And if you think you know the answer, you go down to the judge, and they'll put a sticker on your fan, and then whoever ends up with the most stickers at the end gets an opportunity to qualify to be on the stage with past Mayberry Days champions, and this year there were 6 of them. So there's 10 spots open. So we got 4 qualifiers out of this round that we're about to do to compete in the finals. Now, we'll do those in upcoming episodes of the podcast, so you'll be able to do there's 2 qualifying rounds plus a final question. And so we'll do those in upcoming weeks. But this is just to qualify to even make it onto the stage. So we call this the Super Bowl. That's probably actually some kind of trademark. The World Championship of Mayberry Trivia. So the questions are not easy. And the questions we do here on the podcast, I try to make them fun, at least, if not easy. But these questions are definitely not easy. So we had a pretty good crowd of people that were inside this year because this was, if you remember, Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina the same weekend as Mayberry Days. So on that Friday is when we have the trivia contest. It's normally outside at the Blackman Amphitheater. Well, this year we had to move it inside to the Andy Griffith Museum Theater, which is the basement, the bottom of the Andy Griffith Museum. So we had to move all the trivia in there, and the room was packed. It was completely packed with people, and it was a lot of fun, but it was definitely probably more people than should have been in that room. I don't know. We were definitely, it was crowded. So that's how we had to do the trivia this year, was by putting all the people in the basement, and everybody would make their way when the questions were read up to a judge, and there were 3 or 4 judges, and they would read the questions, or they would try to answer the question to the judge, and the judge would give them a sticker. So if you're ready for this, our folks in our chat room are ready. So if you don't know about the chat room, we record this podcast on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time at live.twochairsnowaiting.com. And you can join in the chat room over there. And there's also a YouTube chat room and a Facebook chat that's going on during this show. But I can only really look at one of them. But they have a great time visiting with one another. And there's 35 folks in there. We definitely invite you to come over and be a part of that. So we're going to play some background music. So here we go for our trivia. I'm going to play this. Just a little bit of background music as I get the trivia ready. If you are ready, we are about to play Mayberry Days Trivia 2024 qualifying round. Here we go. Question number one. Question number one. Oh, these are fun. Here we go. Question number one. Barney is discouraged by the absence of crime in Mayberry. In order to lift Barney's spirits, Andy fakes a robbery at Walker's drugstore. How much money does Ellie say was taken? How much money does Ellie say was taken? Okay. So folks in our chat room are answering the question. I see it. So how are you doing? Are you getting it? All right. So Barney faked that Andy faked the robbery. So Barney could get his spirits lifted up. How much money did Ellie say was taken? All right. So time's up. Here's the answer to the question. $24. $24. And so we give this. It's from season 1, episode 9. So you can go back and watch that episode and confirm the answer. Okay. All right. Question number 2. There's 16 questions. They're worth 1 point each. So keep up with your points. Keep up with your points. Question number 2. What musical instrument does Floyd play in the Mayberry Band? I knew this one. This is one I actually knew. What musical instrument does Floyd play in the Mayberry Band? All right, folks in our chat room are getting it right. Let's see. I don't know if I can see other folks or not over here. But guys, there's a lot. These are tough, and so it's not unexpected if you can't get them right. But here comes the answer. The answer to what instrument does Floyd play in the Mayberry Band? It's the trombone. He plays the trombone. That's from season 3, episode number 72. I'm sorry. Okay. Some of these I'm going to reference incorrectly. It is season 3. It's episode 72 overall. And I think that's in the filmed order. But it was the Mayberry Band is the name of the movie or the episode. I tried to fix all these so it's season and then what episode of that season. But this one, I didn't catch that one. All right. So next up is question number 3. So have you got the first 2? How'd you do there? Yeah, it's the same instrument Will Riker on Star Trek The Next Generation played. It was trombone. All right. Number 6. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I know. Number 3. Number 3. 2 farmers have reported cows missing. Mayor Stoner has no confidence in Andy's investigative abilities, and he calls for help from Raleigh. Name the special investigator that Raleigh sent for Mayor Stoner. Name the special investigator that Raleigh sent for Mayor Stoner. Okay, this is question number 3. I said 6 because it's slide number 6. All right, guys, your time's up. What was the name of the special investigator that was sent to Mayberry to help investigating the cows that have been gone missing? The answer is William Upchurch. So if you just said Upchurch, you get credit. William Upchurch. And again, this is season 3. It's episode 70 filmed overall. So you can go and look at mayberry.info at the episode guide and figure out what episode number that is. Okay. I didn't catch some of these. I meant to fix them all, but I didn't. So anyway, it's number 70 overall episode of the Andy Griffith Show. Question number 4. So we've had 3 so far. How you doing? Question 4. One day, a handyman named Henry Wheeler stops by and Aunt Bee hires him to spray her roses. How much does Mr. Wheeler charge Aunt Bee to spray her roses? Some of you folks must have already, in our chat room, I think they already know the questions. because they're jumping on them so fast. All right, so how much does Aunt Bee pay Mr. Wheeler to spray her roses? I don't know this one. So far, I've known one. So if you're judging it against me, if you've got one, you're tied with me. If you got more, you're beating me. All right, here's the answer to the question. How much does Mr. Wheeler get paid by Aunt Bee to spray her roses? He gets $1.60. It's $1.60. That's from season 2, episode number 38. I think that's probably overall episode 38, because I think that would have been the second episode of season 2, right? All right, so let's go on to number 5. Number 5. Andy and Barney take a bus to North Carolina's capital city to meet with their police commissioner. Name this commissioner. So they went to Raleigh. Andy and Barney did, the North Carolina's capital, to meet with the police commissioner there in that city. Name this commissioner. All right, so there was some consternation on this particular question because they gave the answer incorrectly. They're saying it in the chat room, so they remember this one. The answer to this one is Hedges, Hedges. In the trivia, that was originally is Hodges instead of Hedges. So I don't know if folks got credit for that answer or did not, if they said Hedges. But it should be Hedges, and that's from season 2, episode number 25. I've corrected it here on our list. All right. So, hey, I want to give a shout out to Kenneth Junkin. He is the one who is our trivia master. And it could very easily have been a typo because I don't think Kenneth types them. I think he has somebody type them. So it is possible that that's what happened. I did not ask him, but I'm going to give him credit that that's what happened. All right. But we've corrected it now. So question number 5 is Hedges. Question number 6. Again, I only have one question right so far. I didn't know anything else. I've known nothing. So if you're doing this and you've gotten at least one, and if you didn't get Floyd played the trombone, I'm kind of hurt because, anyway, I'm kind of specializing on Floyd. But here's question number 6. Andy and Barney encouraged Goober to ask Lydia Crosswaite for a date and even give him some helpful dating tips. Goober takes Lydia a box of candy. Where did Goober buy this box of candy? See, I don't know this. Folks are getting this in the chat room before I even finish reading. They're on the ball. All right. I'll read it one more time. So Andy and Barney encouraged Goober to take Lydia on for a date and even give him some helpful dating tips. It's cold up there. It's hot down here. You know that. Goober takes Lydia a box of candy. Where did Goober buy this candy? All right. Yeah, she's got bad tires. That is so true. All right, so here is the answer. The answer is Downey's store in Mayberry. It was Downey's. Downeys. Downey's store there in Mayberry. It's season 5, episode 20. So you can go and check it out and make sure we're giving you the true answers. This is what this is about. All right, that's number 6. I still only have one right. Number 7. When does Floyd say that Barney usually gets his hair cut? When does Floyd say that Barney usually gets his hair cut? Oh, I can't remember. I think I got this one right. I think I do. I hope I do. We'll see. All right. So folks in the chat room are giving the answers. What do you think your answer is? The answer, when does Floyd say that Barney usually gets his hair cut? Every third Monday. Every third Monday. Where were you, Barney? That's from season 5, episode 2. Season 5, episode 2. All right. Number 8. How you doing? I'm still going to only claim one because I'm not sure I got every third Monday. I'm not sure I got that. Number 8. Where are Opie and his friends playing Robin Hood when they run into a hobo? Where are Opie and his friends playing Robin Hood when they run into a hobo? I don't think the woods is enough. You have to actually know the name of the woods. All right, so somebody's woods. I'll give you that much. So here's the answer to number 8. They're playing Robin Hood in Crouch's Woods. Crouch's Woods. So if you say Crouch's, that's good enough, or Crouch's Woods. I'll give you that. That's from season 4, episode 12. Season 4, episode 12. Number 9. Name the road that Ben Sewell lives on. Name the road that Ben Sewell lives on. All right. That's hard. I don't have any idea. I didn't get Crouch's either. You guys are way better than me. I look up stuff. That's what I do. All right. The answer is name the road that Ben Sewell lives on. The answer is Hash Road. Hash Road. I didn't see folks in the chat room jumping on that one. It's Hash Road. That's from season 1, episode number 17. Season 1, episode 17. All right. Number 10. There's 16 questions, so we've only got a few left. Number 10. Andy detains a petite lady outside of Weaver's department store where she is suspected of shoplifting. He asks Barney to retrieve a bathroom scale from the store to weigh the suspect. What did she weigh? What did she weigh? Little old ladies ought never clank. I remember that part. But what did she weigh? Do you know? Folks in the chat room are giving some guesses. I don't know the answer, so I can't tell you. I'm going to have to probably go with whatever Cody's saying because he made it to the finals. Cody's in our chat room. Here's the answer. What did she weigh? She weighed 163 pounds. 163 pounds. 163 pounds. That's from episode 4. Season 4, episode 21. Season 4, episode 21. The Shoplifter. So you can go check that one out. All right. Number 11. 11. This should have something to do with Clara. Let's see what it is. What is Mayberry and Mrs. Krutek's cat's name? What is Mayberry and Mrs. Krutek's? It's Cruteck. What's her cat's name? What's her cat's name? All right, folks are giving answers. The answer, her cat's name is Queenie. Queenie. That's season 4, episode 22. Season 4, episode 22. So if you're listening to the podcast, if you watch the podcast, you can actually read the questions. You can see it. That's why people are answering before I can finish reading, because I read slow. All right. Number 12. Number 12. Catherine Harney was a girlfriend of Andy when he was in high school. She broke Andy's heart when she went to the prom with who? Oh my gosh. Catherine Harney was the girlfriend of Andy when he was in high school. She broke Andy's heart when she went to the prom with who? Whom? Who? I don't know. Whom? Maybe? Should be. I don't know. I ain't got no English. The name of the person that she went to the prom with is Vern Harris. Vern Harris. That's from season 5, episode number 24. So you can go and watch and confirm. Vern Harris was who Catherine Harney broke Andy's heart by going to the prom with him. Wow. I've got one question correct so far. How are you good? How are you doing? I might have got the other one about when Barney gets his haircut. I might have gotten that one, but I'm not even going to claim that because I feel like I only might have gotten it because it was a trivia question at Mayberry Days. All right, so here is question number 13. I know 13, going to make you nervous, but just try to rub a rabbit's foot or something. Here comes question 13. Floyd Lawson and Charlie Foley were involved in an assault case that never went to trial. What date did the case occur? Oh, my goodness. Folks are getting in the chat room already. I don't think I would have gotten it, but it's the whole date. Now, year, month, and date. Floyd Lawson and Charlie Foley were involved in an assault case that never went to trial. What date did the case occur? When did this case occur? The answer, because if you don't know, you're not going to get this. You can't just guess it. All right. The answer is August 9th, 1946. The case of the punch of the nose. August 9th, 1946. I should remember this. I should remember. So I see folks in our chat room getting it right. Did you? I didn't. I didn't get it. I didn't remember. I tell you, I don't remember. All right, here we go. 14. Question number 14. Barney cites examples of carelessness in Mayberry. Who does Barney say leaves their keys in the ignition? Barney cites examples of carelessness in Mayberry. Who does Barney say leaves their keys in the ignition? I don't know this one either. How are you doing? Are you getting it? I didn't get this one. It broke off in there. That's right. It's as open as it ever was. The case of the punch in the nose. All right, here's the answer about who Barney says leaves their keys in the ignition because it broke off. Earl Johnson. Earl Johnson leaves it in there. That's from season 3, episode 13. Season 3, episode 13. So we only got 2 more questions. I've gotten 1. Here comes question 15. Oh, it's just 2 more questions. Did I say 2? I don't know. It's 2 more questions. Question 15. According to Aunt B, the Quincy family has recently moved from Richmond to Mayberry. Whose house are the Quincy's renting in Mayberry? According to Aunt B, the Quincy family has recently moved from Richmond to Mayberry. Whose house are the Quincy's renting in Mayberry, and what did they have for breakfast? No, that not that part. That part's not part of the question. How would I know that? Because that's the answer to that. All right. So whose house are the Quincy's renting in Mayberry? The answer, they're renting Charlie Evers' house. Charlie Evers' house. That's from season 3, episode 14. All right, guys. Our final question, number 16. Where am I? Here I am. Where did Barney buy Christmas tree lights for the Mayberry Courthouse tree? Where did Barney buy Christmas tree lights for the Mayberry Courthouse tree? I don't know. The hardware store. I don't know. Weavers? Probably not Weavers. That'd be too easy, right? I don't know the answer, so don't go by my answer. I've gotten 1. I think I've gotten 1. All right. Where did Barney buy Christmas tree lights for the Mayberry Courthouse Christmas tree? He got them from... it didn't go. There we go. Smith's Hardware Store. Oh, I got hardware store. Not good enough. Smith's Hardware Store in Mayberry is where he got them. That was from season 1, episode 11, of course, the Christmas story. That is it, guys. How did you do? You got it wasn't Klein's Coffee House. No, that's so that wraps up the qualifying round of Mayberry Days Trivia 2024. You had to get 9 or 10 right to make it onto the stage. How did you do? Cody got 12 this time. Cody got enough to get on stage at Mayberry Day, so congratulations to Cody. We had 3 qualifiers plus our junior trivia champion was also allowed to be on the stage as that. So we had 3 qualifiers plus our junior champion because there were only 4 seats available. Again, I want to thank Ken Junkin of the Hearty Eating Men and Beautiful Delicate Women's chapter of the Andy Griffith Show Rio and Rogers Club for the trivia questions and the answers. So thank you, Kenneth, for all the hard work you do putting together these trivia questions and coming up with them every year for Mayberry Days. So he came up with not only these, he came up with the ones for the finals that we'll be going over in the next few weeks. So, wow, it's pretty impressive. So I'm always impressed that he can do this and gets all these questions together. And they are hard, but as I said, people got 10 or 9, one of the two or both. They had to get that much just to get on the stage. So if the questions were much easier, you know, they'd have got them all right, and then we would never have got them. We'd never be able to figure out who's going to be on stage. So great job to Ken Junkin. I really want to thank him for all of his hard work. And all the judges as well. We have our judges that help us out during the trivia. They are always right there on the spot doing the trivia in the final round. Or in the finals, they don't have to do it, but they do in this round. So we have several folks helping us out during the trivia itself. So hopefully, I just want to thank all of them for helping us. There's pictures, if you'd like to see pictures of this and other things that happen during Mayberry Days. You can head over to the show notes for this episode, and you can find them. If you just go to mayberrydays.com, you can also find photos of past events and stuff like that. You'll find them all there. And we'll be going over the finals later. The finals are different. You have our 10 people on stage, 4 of which qualified from this round and went on to compete and try to answer questions throughout the time of the trivia. It's very hard. I think actually some of the questions are easier in the finals than they are in the qualifying rounds, actually. So we'll be going over those soon. So be watching for that to come up on our episode. We're not going to do any more trivia tonight because I think you're trivia'd out. I know you have no confidence whatsoever in your trivia answering. But if you got more than one, you beat me. And if you didn't get one, I only beat you by 1. So good job. Congratulations to you. Don't feel bad. These are hard. So again, I want to thank everybody that works on these trivia. I want to thank everybody that competes in it because, wow, they are amazing at how good they can do. I'd love to hear what you thought about this. You can give me a call at 888-684-8415. Leave a message. Tell us about your trivia experience. How'd you do? You enjoy the trivia? You enjoy it? I do. You can also email me at floyd@imayberry.com. I just want to thank you for being here with me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Go back and listen to some of our old episodes. Please share the podcast with anybody you think might enjoy it. We need to grow this and get more people who know about the Andy Griffith Show and all these events that go on. They just don't know, guys. We're leaving them in the dust. So share it with your friends or share an episode you like with your friends. And until next time, everybody, we'll be right back here on Two Chairs No Waiting.